Hey, what's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? If I'm talking fast, it's because I've recorded this a couple times. I'm trying to get this video out to you guys because let's face it, we're in the YouTube game. The YouTube game is all about getting the videos out first. Everyone knows that I love playing Razor. Razor's my main, and I haven't played him in a while. I haven't done any Razor videos. So here's the deal. I've kind of been working on it behind the scenes, coming up with some different ideas. Basically, there were a couple builds that I came across that not a lot of people were giving a shot. So I've been playing with them for a little bit off stream, kind of keeping them a little close to the vest until I figured out their best basically ways to build them. So we're going to be going over that in this video. But before we do make sure that you click that subscribe button, like the video, and hit the notification bell. That way you never miss a video. Of course, we do have a Discord as well. That'll be down in the description below. Now, without further ado, let's get into the build. So here's the deal. With Razor, he has two builds, right? Everyone knows he has a physical build and an electro build. We're going to start with his electro build because I think this is one that's being quite overlooked. So when we're building electro, we want to use 4-piece Thunder Soother because he's going to receive extra damage whenever his enemies are affected by electro. And Razor has a lot of abilities that deal electro too, namely his skill and his burst. Those are going to be really important. So Thunder Soother will make it so that he deals more damage to these enemies. Now, you could also go with 4-piece Thundering Fury. Thundering Fury is one of those sets that will help us get some more uptime on his skill, but I like Thunder Soother on this set personally here. You also get the extra 15% damage with Thundering Fury. Now, for his weapon, you could go with Skyward Pride, but I'm a free-to-play player, so I don't actually have a Skyward Pride. Instead, what I would go for is a Sacrificial Greatsword. Here's the thing, with ER, we can get his burst up even faster, and with the way that this weapon works, basically we can get a lot of procs on it, and we can get even more AoE ease, because that's really the only way we want to use this skill on this Razor. Just get a lot of AoE damage, hit all the enemies at once. Because it has a longer cooldown, once we get this hit, we get another use, which is more energy, get that burst up faster. It works flawlessly. Now, when you're looking at your artifacts, make sure that timepiece is energy recharge. We want to make sure that burst is up as fast as possible. Mine's not quite leveled up here, but I'm kind of short on resources. I don't really, do all the refreshes and stuff. So this is what I have for now. And of course, having the sets is super important. As for his cup, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you have that 4-piece set. We really just want to get that bonus because a 2-piece set bonus on Thunder Soother doesn't really help us. So we definitely want to make sure we get that 4-piece set. Now, for his talents, don't even worry about leveling up his basic attack. This is where we can save a lot of resources on this particular build because of the way we want him to deal damage. We're looking for that electro damage. So make sure you level up the skill and the burst as high as possible. These are your priorities. I have, my basic attack leveled up because I was trying different builds. We'll go over those later, but I'm sure you guys want to see this build in action. So if you take a look at this chart here, this is what we were figuring out. And when we're doing critical hits, we're hitting like 92k. It's absolutely insane the damage you can get with this Razor. It even beats, some of the Deluxe I've seen, some of the Hu Taos, some of the Ganyus even. It's absolutely nuts. Don't sleep on this build. Now, even as powerful as this one is, let's make sure that we go over and give the physical build its due because I think this one is also super powerful. All right, so next up, we got this super secret physical damage set. And here's the thing. I don't know why people have slept on this guy as a support unit for Razor because really their synergy is just so over the top good. I don't know why people overlooked him, but they have. So here's the deal. If you're going to play this physical build, make sure you pair him with Chung Yun. Chung Yun has perfect synergy. So here's the thing. When Chung Yun uses a skill and you stay inside the radius of his skill, all physical attacks, or at least the ones we care about from Razor, are going to turn into cryo damage. That paired with his skill means superconduct triggers, and you can keep getting them over and over and over. Other support heroes like Kaya or Ganyu, or Diona even, or Chi-Chi, God, she's like the best support ever. But Chung Yun is even better here because we have just like constant cryo application, something the other units kind of suffer from. So make sure that you pair him there. Now for our set, this is the most important part because this is what's going to tie the entire build together. We're going with 4-piece Bloodstained Chivalry because we're getting giant damage improvements when we go ahead and use that 4-piece set. Plus, we don't have to worry about stamina because of that set bonus, so we can just spin to win all day long. I mean, just take a look at this graph here. I mean, just with regular hits with his charge stack, we're hitting like 16, almost 17k, and with critical hits, well, Granted, it's just too damn high. It one-shots everything. Like, look at this damage. Everything is dying on screen. I couldn't even believe it when I tried it. People told me I was crazy, but this set really works. And it's all about the Bloodstained Chivalry and, of course, the Chungyun. And with this build, look, we all know that resin is an issue, but if you're someone who's really penny pitching, trying to get builds that don't use a lot of your resin, this is the build for you, because here's the good thing. You don't even have to level up his burst. Isn't that insane? Because here's the thing. His burst is anti-synergistic with this build. This burst, what it does is going to restrict access to your charge attacks. You can't even use it, and this build is all built around his charge attacks. So instead, we can go all in on his basic attack. Don't even worry about his skill. That's electro damage. I mean, we care about it for the application, but not for damage. So you can shove everything into his basic attack. You don't have to worry about anything. His ult, bleh, we don't need it for this build. It's all about that spin to win. The other real critical piece of this build is to make sure you have the bell. I know, everyone says it's a joke, but here's the deal. This is the secret build it's good for, because while we're spinning around using our charge attack, we can't dodge, or you kind of can, but it's kind of hard to do it. So in order to mitigate the damage that you could be taking, we're going to use the bell. So that way when we do get hit, we get a shield up and then we don't take any damage. It's really just like perfect synergy. There's also a little bit of a damage bonus in there. Of course, we like those damage bonuses, but really it's all about survivability. Also, don't forget that defense timepiece. And guys, that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Like I said, I wanted to get this out pretty quickly, so it's pretty, raw cut. You know the YouTube game. We want to get those videos out as fast as possible. I didn't want anyone else giving you this information. You know that this information came from Jazzy. Don't you forget it, that I'm up here in the middle of the night putting together this video so that way you guys have the best information as early as possible. Don't forget it. And if you did like the video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and join our Discord. All that stuff you know what to do. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.